Welcome to episode 12 of the MidLegs Podcast. We owe you an explanation. We weren't here last week. Why weren't we here last week? I was watching a train, and Maxton was having cultural appreciation and learning all sorts of different cultural things,
I had a Cameroonian wedding celebration for
which
one of my really good friends.
looked amazing, by the way. The
It
namesake
was
of the
pretty cool.
podcast. It was Brant who got us the name of the podcast.
Yes, yes. Shout out Brant.
Congrats to him.
Yesterday was actually his birthday, so happy birthday,
Oh,
Brant.
yeah.
I mean, he getting all the love right now. But yes, his soon to be wife is Cameroonian, and they had a little Cameroonian celebration, and it was freaking cool. It
It
was
looked
really cool.
awesome.
I even the next day I put on a Cameroonian music playlist in the car because I loved it. I like the music was so good. We were dancing all night. I was there until like 2:30 in the
Yeah,
morning.
you were sending us videos of everything that was going on there at like 1 in the morning, like after I'm already going to bed. And I'm like,
Yeah,
dude, that looked amazing.
I've never drank so much Guinness in my life. I don't know what
Really?
it is. I don't know what's up with Guinness and Heineken for African countries, but I was told that it's very popular in Africa,
I could see the
especially
Heineken.
Cameroon.
I'm
I
not surprised by Heineken. I'm surprised by Guinness.
I'm a little surprised by Guinness too. That didn't make full sense to me. Hang on, I gotta turn down my brightness. I'm like
Yeah,
blown
it's
out.
like the
Good Lord.
we're out of practice.
Ugh, I'm so out of practice. All right. Well, and then I went to Taco Fest, right?
Yeah.
And as the big deadhead I am, hang on, let me take this off. As the big deadhead I am, I found this poncho, and I couldn't help myself. I got the poncho,
That is amazing.
and I think it looks pretty sick. Personally,
Oh
you
yeah.
can judge me all you want. I went into Marshalls with this thing. I went into Marshalls with this thing, and then into Kroger, and the checkout lady at Kroger complimented my poncho. So I think I win $60 well spent.
Oh yeah. I didn't I
Very
didn't see
culturally rich weekend.
I didn't see when you showed me that the first time. I didn't see that it was a dead one. I just thought it was a
Mhm.
poncho. I didn't see the bear. Well, because of the one side you could see the bear way better, and then the
Yeah,
other side it's a little tougher. I didn't
yeah.
spot it, but
And for those that don't know me very well, I am a huge deadhead. So it was,
humongous.
I mean, it was an immediate purchase.
How many
You
times do you see
could,
Dead and Co at Sphere? I felt like you were there like every other month for like
yeah,
a year.
four total shows. I went twice in 2024 and then twice in 2025. It's a life-changing experience. Go to a Sphere show, go see anybody you want, but go see somebody. It is the venue of all venues.
Meanwhile, I just went and saw Steam Train.
And
It was Big
listen,
Boy 4014, and it was
yeah,
awesome.
the
I
train was pretty freaking cool.
I
I
sat out in
mean,
a thunderstorm the entire time for it. Like it's sitting there. I'm driving down there and I'm like, okay, I got to find somewhere. There was this church like right by a crossing. And I'm like, okay, that's it. That's where we're going to park. Like already like about 30 cars are already there. We park and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, it starts just cats and dogs pouring down. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I don't know where it's at. I'm outside holding an umbrella. It's lightning, it's thundering. Eventually, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm back to my car. They had a tracker, but the thing is, the tracker hadn't updated to Eastern time yet, and so it's
mm,
sitting there and it's saying like it's 8:38, and it's like there, and I'm like, oh no, we're not going to be able to use the tracker. It's an hour behind. Before realizing, no, it's they just haven't updated the thing. They haven't updated it. It says it's 9:30 and it's actually whatever with it. But it was awesome. It dried up by the time that it came through. It dried up and it was incredible. It looks small. Well, albeit I was smart and stayed like 25 feet away, like you were supposed. Well, I was actually more like about 400 feet away, I'd say. Not super close to the tracks, but I had a good angle, sort of thing. And
right.
so it didn't seem like as big as what it normally did, but
Yeah.
it was still amazing to see that.
What's the deal with this train? I'm guessing
So,
you got the lore.
yes, I have the look. So it's the largest still operating steam locomotive in
Mm.
the world.
there's only this is it. This is
This
the
is
only
the
one of
only
it.
one that's operational. There's
Uh,
another one in Pennsylvania that possibly could be operational again. But it was sitting in a parking lot outside of the LA Fairgrounds for years. And then in 2013, Union Pacific, for the 150th anniversary of the Transcontinental Railroad, went, "Hey, do you think we could redo it and make it?" It was originally built for wartime to traverse the Wasatch Mountains in between the Denver, Cheyenne area and Ogden, Utah.
hmm.
Very tough mountain range. You needed to have a big locomotive, and that's what they made. And it is a powerful locomotive. I mean, it's awesome. It is a really cool thing to see. I think they made like 25 of them. 8 of them are still around. This is the only one that runs,
That's
but
so cool.
it was
What it
really
just
cool.
it just victory laps around the country.
Pretty much. Most of the time for Union Pacific, it's west of Chicago because that's where Union Pacific's rails are. They're trying to get a merger through with Norfolk Southern, and so Norfolk Southern's letting them
Mm,
go east with it for the 250th anniversary, and
I
so
see.
it's going to be coming back through Ohio second week of July, I believe.
Oh, wonderful.
And yeah, if you want to go up there and get it, it's gonna
Might
be I'm
have
gonna
to
be on
catch it.
vacation at that point. It's neat. It's neat, especially if you find the right spot. But it was cool. It was cool to see that. I got to see my little brother play T-ball, which probably was about on par with. You know what? No, actually, my little brother fields the ball better than we did with those 3 bunts the other day, and we can get into um our vibe check, which
I
is
want to talk about the
we want to talk
Reds.
about everything. If you haven't noticed, I mean, I'm going to name the episode this as well, but if you haven't noticed by how much we're waffling, we don't want to talk about baseball. The Reds suck. Everybody's hurt. We can't field a bunt. We can't hold a lead. We have had 37 meltdowns. I mean, the bullpen is akin to Chernobyl at the moment. It's awful. Why would we want to talk about this? Why would we subject? I have watched one game and I fell asleep watching Sal Stewart hit that home run on Tuesday's game, which is ironically the only time we've won, it seems, in the
Yeah.
last week. It's why? Why would we put ourselves through that? We're Reds fans, but being Reds fans means knowing when to check out. And I'm sure you've got thoughts on that too. It's
Ugh.
time to check out.
Oh my God, I'm so checked out. It's not entirely the Reds' fault. Like the injuries have killed us. Uh, injury de la IR once again out for a chunk of time. It's not that bad, but
The
you
Graham
know,
Ashcraft one is the one that really,
yeah,
really hurt.
really broke me. But we when we were going to originally record last week, which hindsight, I'm just so glad we didn't because I don't know what I would have said about this team.
Yeah.
But when we were going to record last week, we were talking about naming the episode Monkey Paw
Mm-hmm.
because we had asked for so many things like Laren Richardson to come up and start pitching in the bullpen, who, well, we'll get into that in a second. Arroyo to get a chance up here. And unfortunately, what made those two things happen were the Graham Ashcraft injury and the Ellie injury. Arroyo showed some promising signs. Whatever. We're not winning baseball games. We're not
I
winning
mean,
baseball games.
Arroyo's fine. Arroyo's what you expect out of somebody coming up like that. Matt McLean has stepped up a little bit, but it
Yeah,
doesn't matter
what
because
happened there? I mean that was out of nowhere. The rest of the
yeah,
team has been awful, and then Matt McQueen's like, "Hang on, I got something in the tank. I'm
he hit
bringing it
like
out."
3 home runs after
Well,
Ellie's injury and he got moved to shortstop. I don't know.
I don't know how that helps his hitting. Whatever.
It
It's
doesn't matter
whatever.
because our bullpen couldn't hold the lead. I've got a few stats that I have bookmarked that we need to talk about because they are absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And this is from Wednesday after we lose that game where we're up 4-2
Yeah.
in the eighth.
Before you get into it,
Yes.
Wednesday freaking broke me. Like genuinely broke me because halfway through that game, I'm starting to think, oh my gosh, we're gonna get a series win in San Diego. Maybe there's hope left for this team. And then the bullpen freaking blows it. Blew it wide open at Gino hitting a nuke shot. a shot to the moon to put us up 4-2. And then the bullpen's like, you know what? I'm not interested anymore. Fernando Tatis gets his first home run of the year, I believe, his second home run of the year, I believe is what they said.
That was only his second home. I didn't know that. I was on air watching, and I'm just keeping an eye on my phone and going, "Hey, it's 4-2.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's 4-3.
I mean,
it's 4-4.
You should have
hey,
heard this Cowboy call, by the way. I've never heard him so sad. I mean, it's so sad.
And that's the one good thing. Well, good and bad thing. It's more depressing when you watch, but at the very least, we have TV commentators that are going to sit there and call things out.
Yes,
Cowboys
that's what I love about baseball broadcasts. By the way, the local TV anchor or local TV pundits, like they don't mess around.
Did you see what John Krug said the other day? The Phillies guy.
No,
they were sitting there talking about tarps off, and like I think the play-by-play guy. Normally it's Tom McCarthy. It wasn't him that day. But Krug said something along the lines of, tarps off. Oh, more than tarps are going to be coming off.
Oh my God.
It was if you could find it online somewhere.
All right, but get into your stats.
Hilarious. But because here's the stats. Here's one from Bryce Spalding. 11th bullpen loss since May 1st. 11th blown lead in 36 games. 12-24 in those 36 games. 11 of them are from the bullpen. 4th straight series loss. Oof. This one from Matt Wilkes. Per Fangraphs, a meltdown is when a reliever's win percentage or reliever's win probability is added minus 0.06 or worse in a game, i.e. either lowered their team's win probability by 6% or more. The Reds bullpen has had 35 meltdowns since May 1st. By far the most in baseball, second most of the Tigers. And of that note, 16 different relievers have been charged with a meltdown. Tony Santillan has 6. This is from last Tuesday, where the last 5 games tied 2-2 in the 8th, loss. Led 3-0 after the first, loss. Led 5-3 after the third and 5-4 after the 7th, loss. Led 2-0 after the 4th, loss. Led 2-1 after the 6th, loss. I don't know. Here's another one. This is from a week ago. Again from Matt Wilkes. The Reds relievers collectively have a 14.1 walk rate this season, which would be the second worst mark by a bullpen in the expansion era. Only the 2000 Pirates were worse and were right on the doorstep. They were 14.4%. And also, we still can't field a bunt. That was ridiculous. I missed that game. That was ridiculous.
I watched all 3 bunts. Oh my God. I've again broken. Like it's just I missed the only game we won in the last freaking
that was
4 weeks.
That was because it was at like midnight. I was laying in my bed and like, I'm up, I'm not. I'm up, I'm not. I woke up for the Sal home run, and then I woke up to him like having an interview afterwards. Also, my TV turned off in the middle of it because I had the sleep timer on and I fell asleep, and then I woke up when it turned off and I had to turn it back on. That was, and does it really count when your only win in the last like week is after midnight? No, really. It doesn't. It was at like 1:00 in the morning.
Another thing I'm noticing right now, we haven't won a game in regulation in 2 weeks. Both of the last win on Tuesday game, and then the win on June 2nd were both in extras.
And even going a little bit farther, the Cardinals game, the one Cardinals game that we won, that was an extra innings game back on. That was all the way back on Memorial Day weekend.
We did it. We had 3 wins in between those two. The 2 wins against New York and Mets, and then
I forgot. Yeah, we played the Mets, which gave us a little bit of hope for a little bit.
Yeah, losing. I mean, there's just so much. I'm trying not to curse. It's really difficult, but losing the KC series is. Yeah. I can't believe that.
No.
That is a bad team.
It's a bad team. And we just didn't show. If it's not Chase Burns on the mound, it's just done. And there's a reason why I haven't made any of my weekly recaps in a bit, because it's like,
what's the point?
Yeah. Why should I? I'm going to be saying the same things again and again. And I mean, over the next few weeks, I'm sure we'll kind of talk more about a post-mortem of the season, or maybe not even post-mortem, but like what is going wrong. I think I want to have an episode where we just talk about Terry Francona and how this was a bad hire for us. It looked like a really good hire on paper. I lost you there. I'll reel you back in at some point. We'll deep dive in that, but I don't think he's been the right manager for this team. And I mean, we're not making the playoffs, even if we, miraculously come back when Hunter Green and Ellie and everybody else comes back. I mean, we've dug ourselves too much of a hole, especially considering how good the NL Central is and the fact that we have 2 wins out of like 14 games against them right now.
Yeah.
We've dug too far of a hole to where we're not going to be able to get any tiebreakers against the NL Central teams that we're going to have to play. So anything but baseball. Let's talk about the World Cup. We're both repping teams, and not talk about baseball anymore because baseball. Oof.
Are you posting this today?
Yes.
Yeah. So USA play tonight, obviously. Yep. It's a big first game. It should be the easiest game of the group for the USA.
Yeah.
I'm worried that Australia is going to give us fits. I had a 1-1 for Australia.
And you posted all of your predictions, at least for the group stages, on TikTok. Yeah. I am just watching. I'm just a fan. We did a pool. Right now, my girlfriend is going to one up all of us because she picked Bosnia and Herzegovina. She wanted to pick that first. I talked her down and went with Mexico and Croatia, but then she picked them on the next round, and they're currently beating Canada as we record this. Yeah, 30th minute. They scored a goal like the 20th.
That sucks.
So yeah. But we got a pool going on with that, and I think Spain has it, mostly because I think that they'll be able to cruise through the group, and by that point, Yamal will rehab his fitness again, and he is the best player, I think, out there.
That's true. He got healthy at the perfect time.
He really did, and I feel like Spain's group as well makes it really easy for them to, they can coast, especially with the bonus spots. They can coast through, getting 4 points. I think they can, even getting 5 points. I think they can win 1 and draw 2, and they'll be fine. They got a really favorable group. They're going to be able to figure everything out with Yamal by the time they get to the round of 32, which is dumb in my opinion.
Yeah, Spain, the pool 2 team in that group, which if you don't know how the drawing works for group stages, basically the best teams are in pool 1, the next group pool 2, the next group pool 3, and then like the pretty bad teams are in pool 4, right?
Cape Verde,
Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, those teams.
Curacao.
Yeah. And so it's a good way to balance out the groups. But the pool 2 team in Spain's group was Uruguay. And when I was doing my research for my picks, I think I saw Uruguay scored 2 goals in the last 5 matches that they played. And that includes a couple of qualifiers. So I'm just not convinced by that offense. I think Spain are going to walk through the group. My winner is Portugal. I do have Spain. I do have Portugal beating Spain in the final, and I'll tell you, I bounced back and forth a lot because both of those teams are really well put together. I think Spain's probably a little better, but Portugal have a lot riding on this. It's Ronaldo's last World Cup. It's probably the end of an era for that team. They have some really good young talent, but they just won't be the same team in 4 years. This is probably the time if it's ever going to happen, and it has to be the time if Ronaldo's ever going to get one. So I think combined.
We also thought that last time, like, surely they can't do it again, but they did do it before.
That's true. I think the only surprise pick, I have Argentina losing in round of 8, lead 8, to France. I can't remember.
That sounds right.
But yeah, I think it was a 2022 World Cup final rematch against France that I had them losing in. So my final 4: England versus Portugal, and then Spain beating France on the other side with a Portugal winner. I'm a little little concerned about the USA just because where they will end up, whether they finish first or second in their group, they're gonna run into somebody nasty in the round of 16.
Yeah.
Most likely Belgium,
Ugh.
which, to be fair, is probably one of the better teams we could have faced in the round of 16 comparatively, because there's a lot of talent in Belgium. I've been on a downward spiral since 2018. But yeah, that's my World Cup rant.
I didn't pick hardly anything aside from I'm more rooting for Spain. And then we have a pool. We're both in the pool. If it says anything about the confidence I have in the United States, my second pick in the pool was Turkey. So like that shows you the confidence level I have in the United States. That was also with the United States still on the board.
I was actually really jealous about that pick because
Oh yeah.
I should have taken him.
The teams
Why
that
don't you go ahead and read out your team?
yeah,
Yeah, go
my
ahead and
teams
read out your team.
I have the second pick. So I got France. Spain was taken first. I took France second. Then Turkey,
Yeah.
Norway, which kind of was a panic pick. I wanted Japan. Japan got taken right in front of me. Algeria, which I was really surprised fell to me. I was very impressed by their. I feel like they're, a very, very dark horse, but they absolutely are, a team. They beat the Netherlands in their pre-World Cup tune-up friendlies. And
Yeah.
I think that could be a team. Now they're in a very tough, they're in a very tough part of, the bracket, but I could absolutely see Algeria making, at least a little bit of a run. I think they
Yeah.
could be a very big surprise, and I was very pleased to get them at 4.
So
But
Algeria is probably fighting for the second spot in that group. That's not France's group. That's
no, it's not France's group, but it's the one matched up with France's group.
Yeah, it is. One second. Sorry, Argentina's. So Argentina
That's
probably
it.
tops that group. They're going to be fighting with Austria. That it's probably going to come down to the Algeria versus Austria game, and Algeria's having the time of their lives in Lawrence, Kansas right now.
Oh yeah,
So I think the vibes are high, the morale's high. They probably get out of that group second. I think
Rock
it's
Chalk Algeria.
Rock Chalk Algeria. I was crying laughing at
Yeah,
that
that
video
was
last night.
the Freddie guy on Twitter, which is just having so much fun.
Freddie's having the time of his life.
He's having the time of it. He went to a Buc-ee's. He went to Jordan Hare Stadium, which like the European mind could not comprehend.
No, not at all. And then finish out
and then I had Iran,
teams.
and we did this a little bit late, so this was like during halftime. Well, it was supposed to be during halftime. I think I made this pick towards the end of the game. But I got Iran and then South Africa.
I was looking through when you made that South Africa pick. I was like, let me go look at the C-Rock team and see if that was a bad pick. I think you're fine. Even with
South Africa losing between South Africa and Iraq, and I looked at Iraq, and Iraq had lost to they lost to somebody that just you sat there and you went, no, I'm not taking them.
And their
I'll take my
qualifiers,
chances.
I think they had to beat Israel to get in. It might have been Jordan that had to beat Israel, but the Middle East is not a very difficult qualifying group.
No.
So they had a cakewalk into this.
I also already had 2 teams from that group with France and Norway.
Yeah.
And so I'm not taking a third, especially a team that lost to Venezuela 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not happening.
So we're doing a point system for this group.
Yes.
So I played for position past my first pick. I got my winner. I got Portugal. I'd pick 4 when we were doing a snake. And then round 2 out of fluff. I wish you took Turkey right after me. I wish I had taken Turkey here, but I took the Swiss instead because they're my dark horse here. I like them getting out of their group. I have them topping their group ahead of Canada,
which is a very good pick at the moment. It's either that or it's going to be Bosnia, who my girlfriend was also in this group that we did this with, and she wanted to pick Bosnia first thing. I'm like, no, don't pick Bosnia first. She had back-to-back picks at the end. She picked Mexico and Croatia while the Dutch were still on the board, mind you. Which, I mean, what? Mexico, fine. Croatia, Yeah, it's better than picking Bosnia. She wanted to pick Bosnia first, and I'm like, no, don't pick Bosnia. Which, you know what? She's looking all right with Bosnia at the moment.
The issue with Croatia is they're in a tough group. That's the England, Ghana, Panama group. All those games are going to be tough comparatively to like teams groups that have
Yeah,
Cape Verde in them. But anyways, with pick 2, I took the Swiss, and then pick 3, which is looking really good right now, Korea. Korea looked
yeah,
amazing last night. Outside his son. Son missed so many chances.
yeah.
I was so
Once they
sad.
started finishing the chances
Yeah,
with it, I was
exactly.
also impressed by Czechia's set pieces.
I was
Oh my
too.
goodness,
That
they were wizards with
Hey,
that.
Thomas Suchek, that is the West Ham man himself, was providing uh off of set pieces with the header. Um, so Korea's looking great, and then round 4, shockingly, I could not believe that they fell to me here, but Ghana, who could, I have them finishing second in that England, Panama, Croatia group. I just don't think Croatia has the firepower anymore. Modric is a
Yeah,
little too old.
they're really old. They've
It's hard.
had the last two were their chances to do
It's
that.
hard to be an engine in the midfield when you're, you know, 62 years old.
Yeah.
So, round 5, the White Wolves of Uzbekistan. I was so pumped about this pick because I genuinely, so the other bad team in that group is the Democratic Republic of Congo, and I really think Uzbekistan can get a win over DR.
And all you
See
need is a
in that.
win and then just to have close games. That's going to be the interesting
Right.
thing with these third place teams that are
Yeah.
making it
Yeah,
is,
I think 3 points will get these third place teams out.
it just depends on goal difference. It depends on how much you beat that team by.
Yeah,
It's
I
going to
mean,
be so much fun to watch those goal differences
yeah.
during these during these like last day matches.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean the 8 out of 12 third place teams get out. So the cut line's probably going to be pretty low. I'm going to guess it's going to be 2 points, unless everybody's on their game. And I finish off with Cape Verde just because of Steven Moreira.
The
But
one team
I'm
I
happy with my
wanted to
team.
get that I really wanted to get and it didn't quite fall to me. I just missed them. I wanted Scotland.
Yeah. I
Scotland, no party got me through Euro 24.
See, but the problem with Scotland is they're in a group with Brazil and Morocco.
I didn't care. It's Scotland. At that point, I wasn't thinking.
I mean,
with it.
Haiti is the other team in that group, and as I said, 3 points is going to get you out.
Yeah,
I believe, and Scotland will beat Haiti, so they'll probably get out. And you know what? Depending on who they play, they could stay alive. It is totally possible. So I don't blame you.
oh yeah, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. We'll see what we can find to talk about next week. Maybe the Reds will give us something to talk about. Probably not.
Maybe Hunter Green will come back soon.
You know what? I saw. I think he was starting bullpen sessions here soon. So
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
that'd be nice. But I'm not. I don't have my hopes up for much.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know, worst comes to worst, we'll start the post-mortem. We'll talk about Tito and my issues with him because I really think that Terry Francona being the manager of his team has hurt it.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that another time, or maybe on the next episode of the MidLegs Podcast. Hope you enjoyed it here on Blalock Media.